This is Laura here from Extraordinary Adventures. In this video, we are on the Celebrity Equinox, and I am doing a Hollywood hot glass class experience on board. And this is one of the many activities you can do while on the Celebrity Equinox, and I think it is a very unique activity, and that's why I wanted to share it on this video. I have never seen this on any other of the cruise ships I have been on, so I had to try it out. And just so you know that this class is actually also available on the Celebrity Solstice as well. You can pre-purchase this activity on the Celebrity website in advance, or you can purchase it once you are on board. If you do purchase it in advance, you just pay for the activity, but you don't actually schedule it in advance. Once you get on board on the first day, you go to the hot glass studio when it's open, and you are able to schedule your class then. Because you don't pre-book your time and day in advance, I have to admit I was worried I wouldn't find a time slot that would work for me, but they had many time slots available. Each class lasts about 20 minutes. You can pick from a selection of styles. Some do cost more than the class itself. So before selecting, please do ask about the upcharge. I didn't realize my fish would cost me about $80 more than the price of the class. I'm not upset about it. I just didn't realize it, and I wanted to let you all know in advance. So before we begin the video, I do want to mention that I am a travel agent and I specialize in cruising. So if you are looking to book a cruise, we do not charge a fee to book or manage your cruise. Plus, if you do book with us, we offer expert planning advice and are there for you every step of the way. So please do reach out to us. I would love to help you plan your next extraordinary adventure.
So where are we, honey?
We're at the Hollywood Hot Glass class on board the Celebrity Equinox. And I am going to be making a fishy.
You know what's crazy? It's pretty hot here.
Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm coming.
No. What different colors you can do.
So just a little signature on our waiver there, and today is the 21st of July.
Thank you.
Different kinds of things y'all
very
can
good.
get.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, thank
Right
you.
or left-handed?
I am righty.
Perfect. Whole bench is set up that way, so I'll make it easier for everybody. So you'll be standing kind of right where I am here.
Okay.
Looking in that direction.
Okay.
So we'll get our kind of lighter blue towards the top, darker blue towards the bottom.
Okay.
So, starting that, we'll kind of roll across the table, picking up the color on the pipe side, and we'll kind of angle the pipe a little bit into our darker blue.
Okay.
So this color will look green when it's hot. It'll return to blue as it cools. The darker
Okay.
blue will actually look blue.
Okay.
So I'll get some clear glass. Started right out here. So in this furnace, it's 2,100 degrees, just a big bowl of glass in there, whole 200 pounds. That's like roughly 160 in it or so. So hands on in between mine, kind of one over top. That front hand, underhand is a little bit more.
This way?
Yeah, just like that.
Okay.
So we're gonna lower this right down to the table.
Yeah.
We're just gonna roll right on through these chips.
Okay.
And so kind of once we get to the end of the band of color, we'll just roll on back. And we'll do that same thing again. And we'll roll on back again. And then now, we'll lift the whole entire rod up, kind of a little bit of an angle. Just begin to get that darker blue, kind of right at the bottom. Or bottom half, I should say. And we'll repeat this process another time so we can really have enough color saturated on there. But eventually the glass kind of cools off too much, so we have to give the whole thing a heat before we can come back to get any more colors. So now I'll take over the turning of the rod.
Okay.
You'll follow me right down this way.
Yep, yep, yep.
This part's reminiscent of like roasting a marshmallow here, so both hands on, just a nice slow, steady spin.
Okay. You want me to spin?
Yep, you got it. I'm going to sprinkle out some more of our blue. I can check on you in 1 second. How's it going in there?
Good.
Yeah, it's going good. So yeah, this is just allowing that surface to get nice and soft again and hot. You can see those chips will melt right on the surface that clear.
It's like a toast and a marshmallow.
Exactly. It's just a 2,000-degree marshmallow.
Yeah.
I'll take over the turning of the rod, and then I'll meet you right back at the table. We're just gonna kind of repeat those steps, kind of roll it back and forth across our band of blue, and then into our darker
very
one.
good.
Yep, right down to the table, back and forth. We'll never get the glass quite as hot as we had it like coming out of that furnace.
Right.
So we'll only be able to get one roll back and forth. We'll lift it up, right into our darker blue. There's a little glass left on the end of each rod, so that little tinking we just heard, just from the last fish we'd made.
Okay.
Glass separating from it. And now you'll take this whole entire rod, walk it right on down to the heat. We'll get it nice and hot, and then we'll kind of start changing our shape.
Okay, putting it back in.
Put it right back in, back to the slow, steady turn. This time we want to get a little bit more lively to where it's kind of moving around on us a little bit.
Oh dear, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting, but don't freak out. I'll take over before it gets too crazy. But we want to get that heat back to the core, and we're going to kind of change our shape a little bit.
Okay.
Pretty good cruise?
It's been an excellent cruise. Yeah.
So nice, and I like this itinerary.
Yeah.
It's a Bimini. It's such a cool little place.
Yeah. It's our 25th wedding anniversary.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. We did a vow renewal on the ship yesterday.
Oh, very fun.
So,
up here?
It was in Blue, the restaurant Blue.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Only place you can only be invited if you're a crew member, so you can't go. And
interesting.
I've never seen it, but heard it's very nice.
It is.
You got invited, right? I got invited, but I was working, so I couldn't go. Oh, yeah. Right on. What I was saying, So now I'll take over the turning of the rod.
Okay, sounds
and then you'll
good.
have a seat right at the bench there.
Okay, sitting.
Facing out that way.
Okay.
So in front of the bench there's a few wooden scoops and a bucket of water. We're
Okay.
going to use the smaller wooden scoop just to get this into a more concentric shape. So here I'm just kind of pulling the glass off the end of the pipe just to make sure we got all that color off when we're going to use it. And I'm going to set the glass down on the rollers, and then we'll use that little wooden scoop just to make this shape much more spherical. Doesn't need any water in it, just needs to be wet. So
Okay.
That water will just kind of cushion the glass.
Nothing?
Kind of
Just here with her?
on a layer of steam, basically.
Yeah.
So that just rounds everything out. And you can set that right on down.
Okay.
So you'll just kind of stay seated here. I'm just going to trap a little air inside the pipe to form our bubble, and then I'll talk about all the next steps.
Sounds good.
So a little puff of air, I plug the opening of the blowpipe with my thumb. That air that's trapped inside is going to build up and expand because of the heat of the glass. And since it can't press past my thumb, it'll eventually expand so much that it'll press into the glass.
Oh, neato.
So because the color's just transparent enough at the top, if you watch that in there, you see the shape change, but you can see that bubble just press.
Yeah.
So we want to make that roughly like the size of about a golf ball on the inside there. So I'll stop it right about there. Take a little bit of heat out of the side of the shape, and then we're going to sanitize the end of the rod, which you'll be inflating this. So a little alcohol on one of these little paper towels.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, they can accordion together.
All right. Okay.
And right at the end there.
Yeah.
And then I'll take the waste once you're done.
Okay.
And so we're going to get more glass, and so we're just going to use the bigger wooden scoop next.
Okay.
So much like the last time, the scoop's just 2 times or 3 times the size. Same thing, just kind of cradling that gather of glass. Look back in. So gathering that clear glass up. I'll let a little bit of the excess I get spin back off in the furnace and initially get a little bit more than we need. Once everything will blow arc, the glass is so hot. So you can lower that down about 2 inches at first, and yep, then we'll come right up underneath it. This is just really going to cool that surface of the glass down real nice and uniform, kind of giving it like a skin. So as you inflate it, it kind of wants to press into a little bit more rounded shape. And now 3, 2, 1. We can lower that down to the water.
Okay.
And then it's going to be 2 hands on the pipe, and you're just going to be blowing continually. It doesn't have to be hard, just so there's pressure there.
Okay.
I'll be turning the rod at the same time, and you can go right ahead. We want to make the bubble roughly like the size of a baseball, and I'll stop you there. So before we blow it anymore, we want to create our restriction line. So the long tong-like tools.
This one, okay.
And we're just going to be squeezing kind of right where the rod is ending, real nice and light at first, right about there. Once we get a groove all the way around, now you can squeeze a good bit harder. This will eventually be where our fish's mouth is.
Okay.
So we'll kind of keep this going as we inflate our shape to its nice size. Because you'll see when we play this again, or when you blow it, it'll stretch this back out.
Okay.
So you can set that right on down. When I come back, it'll be right back to the blow.
Okay.
And right back to the blowing. And I'll stop you there. And then right back in with our tongs, right in that same groove. Squeeze real nice and hard there to tighten that on up. 3, 2, 1. Pull those away. And then one more time of blowing just to kind of round out that base. And I'll stop you there. So for all of our next steps, you'll be kind of on the outside of the bench here, and we'll be kind of doing each one of our fins.
Okay.
So you'll be out here. Connor's going to be kind of coming back and forth this way. Once he cuts the glass off and moves out of the way, with this, we're going to squish each fin. So the back fin will go this way. For the side fins, we'll be kind of coming from above.
Okay.
But yeah, you'll be kind of right here where I am at the edge of that table.
Okay.
Again, we can kind of see our cobalt blue, but our other blue looks real green at this point. Yeah, so you'll be kind of on this side.
Oh, this side.
Yeah, Connor will
Don't get burned.
Yeah. They'll stay out of the way. So we're going to start with our tail fin. Connor will cut off that little bit of glass. Once it gets out of our way, we'll give it a good squish. Then I'll go give it a heat, and with our regular tweezers, we'll give it a pull. Thank you, sir. So you can step right on up. Yeah, we'll just come real nice and even with that. Give it a good squish. Perfect. So you can set those down. When I come back this next time, with these regular tweezers, we'll just pinch the very base and pull back nice and lightly.
Okay.
Because the whole idea here is that the fish kind of sets off of its back fin and 2 side fins. So we want to give it like a large enough area to set on. And then in between each fin, I'll give it this heat just to make sure that that shear mark from where it cuts the glass away is melted smooth with the shape. It'll also keep the body of the fish just above 1,000 degrees. Kind of have to keep glass above that temperature to continue working on it. And so kind of coming right up to the end here, and we'll give a little pinch, and just a nice light pull on back, and perfect. So we'll go back to our squeezy tools.
Okay.
But for this, we're going to do our pectoral fins or our side fins. So I'm just using this little metal paddle to chill that so it won't wiggle around on us so much. That's the only difference for these. We'll be kind of coming from above. So you can come right on them from above like that. Head to the base of the shape. Give it a good squish. Perfect. You can set those down. When I come back, we'll pinch and pull this one out and up a little bit.
Okay.
Turns and kind of coming from above here, pinch, and you're basically pulling out and up just a little bit, and perfect. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side.
Okay.
Starting with the squeezies. Same thing, coming from above, with that good squish. There we go. Come on there. Perfect. Set those down, I'll be right back. We'll swoop and squeeze and pull it just like the other one there.
You ready to take over their job and let them go enjoy the cruise ship?
Sure.
The office views are awful. rotations. And yep, just like the
Okay.
last one, yeah, kind of coming from the top, and we're kind of pulling out and up just a little bit, just to give it a little wider stance, and perfect. So I like to come back, just make sure everything's on the plane. Perfect. You can set that one down. So our next tool is kind of completely different. Cut off some glass, and with the bottom of this, we'll poke it kind of in the center to form a little
Okay.
box. It's the same thing. We'll bring over that little bit of glass.
Oh, putting over glass. Okay.
Bring over glass.
Yeah, let's get away then.
And so kind of coming right down from the top, right in that little shear mark.
Yeah.
Give it a little press. Got it. You can hold on to that because we'll do the same thing on the next
Okay.
one. Just creates our nice little lodge. Come back with this little torch here, just to fire polish that shear mark for that one. And we'll do our next eye. Stuck to your shirt. How'd you do it? Other arm. Still. Perfect. And same thing, we'll kind of come right down from that top.
Okay.
Just give that nice little press. Got it. Excellent. So then I'll take this guy so it doesn't roll around the table so
Okay.
much. And then we'll be right back to our squeezy tools because we'll do our dorsal fin next. Much like the side fins, we'll kind of squeeze from above to get the patterning. I'll give it that heat, and then we'll use the tweezers to kind of pull it back towards the tail fin to give it kind of a nice mohawk of the top fin. He looks cute.
He's super cute.
Yeah, again, less green, that's like that bright blue, but while it's hot, it just looks pretty green, but really nice kind of gradients from light to dark there. And so same thing, kind of coming from above, give that a good squish. You got it. And you can set that down and come back with regular tweezers, just kind of pulling it back towards the tail fin to
Okay.
give it that nice dorsal fin mohawk.
Okay.
Kind
We're-
of straight on back. Just gives it some fun kind of movement there. And perfect. So the last step, we're going to do our mouth, because where you were blowing into this fish is there will be left an opening. And so we'll break it free on the table, and then Connor, same thing, he'll kind of bring over some glass, and then he'll cut it off on that mouth, and then we'll make kind of form some lips. So you'll be right on over this way, about here.
Okay.
Where I am. We're going to use this to make that mouth.
Okay.
So once it cuts that glass on, just going to come in, divide it in half, and then rock it back and forth.
Okay. Very good.
I'm just going to give this a heat,
Okay.
kind of final heat, and then chill it where we want to separate from the plant. Separated, and Connor will be coming right on over.
That's cool.
Yeah, once it gets over here, it kind of cuts it off. Then we'll go on, kind of divide that in half, and then just kind of seesaw it to the sides, just so it sticks
Okay.
on the sides of his face, nice and even, kind of like a little smile. Thank you, sir. So,
Okay.
Yep, kind of coming straight on there. Yep, divide it, and then just nice and lightly to that side and to that side. You got it. And perfect. So I'll just come back to melt that shear mark away. we push it in, but just to make sure it's not rough at all. And then this fish will be ready anytime after 6:30 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, so glass just has to cool slowly. We get up real early, but it'll be packed up right on that trolley.
Perfect.
Out front there. Bag with your name on it. Of course, we'll be up here too. So.
Great.
Yeah, thank you so much. She's
Awesome.
adorable.